Madam, sir.
Please come. Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
We'll start with your name and a quick introduction about your background.
Sure, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. My name is Saurabh Mishra. I am from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. I have completed my BTech in Mechanical Engineering from Jagrang Lake City University, Bhopal. In my family, there are 7 members: my mom, my dad, my grandfather, and my 3 elder brothers. Talking about my experience, I have total 1.5 years of experience. That includes software development experience, as well as I have worked on Hyundai as an intern for 6 months. Talking about my hobbies, I love to play cricket in my free time.
Okay, great. So, how do you ensure attention to detail in your work, particularly in tasks that requires accuracy and precision?
Yes, sir. So during my, I'll answer about this question, including my experience. So when I was working in Hyundai as an intern, so my main focus was to ensure that what are the diagnosis, what are the problems that are coming in the vehicle. Like I have to maintain the logbook before service of the car. There's one book is there to ensure what are the problems that a car is facing. Like we need to listen from customers, as well as we have to cross check manually by driving or by listening to the sound of the car engine, if there is any vibrations or if there is any noise coming out from the engine. So I make ensure that before doing the service, we will ensure that there is any mistake or any engine problem is there. Then after we'll start the work, and particularly we'll focus on to that area only where whatever is written on the logbooks, and accordingly we'll follow the process and we'll return the car to the customer.
Good. How do you approach decision making in your work?
Yes, sir. So uh, again, I'll talk about this question relevant to my experience. So when I was working in a software developer company, so the decision making thing was like in daily work, we used to make a decision that how we have to start our work. So suppose if I'm doing my work, like I'm starting the code and I'm doing the repeated work, so it's not going to be efficient. So I have to think in a smart manner that how this code is going to be uh, completed as soon as possible. So by logical thinking processes, like from where to start, from where to wrap up this code at the end of the day. So that manner I think about I thought in my during my experience.
Why do you want to join Merchant Navy?
Yes, sir. So I want to join Merchant Navy because from my childhood days only, I was quite interested about this engineering field, and the interest gradually increases after passing my 10th class. It My decision was quite clear because I have chosen in 11th class. I have chosen my subject as PCM, so that ensures me to go toward that field, that engineering field only. After passing my 12th class with PCM, I found that mechanical engineering is something where I can find my hobbies or interest towards that. So then I went towards that side only. And after passing my BTech in mechanical engineering, I found on internet that Merchant Navy engine side is relevant to this field. So I've searched for that thing, and now I'm preparing well for this. Hopefully, I'll get a job soon.
What do you think, Merchant Navy gives to a person, to an employee?
Yes, sir. So, if I'll compare about other jobs, so a merchant navy gives you, first of all, a financially stable thing as compared to other jobs, and sir, it gives you challenging things. What in shore jobs we are not. There is a lack of this thing, and there are many opportunities that a global exposure is there, and you are a part of like 90% of the transportation is done by ships only. So you are a part of a globe GDP. Like if there is no ships are there on the sea, so you can see that how the things are gonna be expensive. So you are one of the part of this GDP thing. So it's a very proud moment to be a part of that. Yes, sir.
So you worked in Hyundai,
Yes, sir.
okay, and you said about the noise.
Yes, sir.
Suppose my engine make a knocking noise. What
Yes.
does it mean?
Yes, sir. So, sir, knocking, first of all, knocking takes place in diesel engine. So, sir, in knocking, when the fuel is injected by the injector and which gets accumulated at the piston crown. So, sir, suppose there the fuel injection starts before 35-degree TDC. So, a large amount of fuel, suppose, is injected by the fuel injector. So, some amount of fuel may be not burned at the combustion process. So after reaching some amount of fuel is accumulated at the piston ground. So after some time, due to the rising temperature and pressure, the fuel will get automatically burned, but after the combustion. So this after combustion, or you can say accidental or after burning, is creates a noise called knocking. Is called knocking.
Define fire.
Yes, sir. So, sir, fire, when in fire triangle we need three things: heat, air and fuel. So, sir, when these three things lies between a flammability range or curve, so it creates fire.
What are the different essential auxiliary machineries present in ship?
Yes, sir. So different auxiliary machines present inside the ships are boiler, hydrofoil tank, freshwater generator, STP, that is sewage treatment plant, and sir, pumps. Different types of pumps are there, and sir, refrigeration system, and yes, sir, air conditioning system.
What are the different components in VCRS system?
Yes, sir. So, sir, VCRS cycle, I'll talk about firstly the four major components. That is, sir, compressor. Second one is condenser. Third one is thermostatic expansion valve. Fourth one is evaporator. If I talk about the auxiliary components, so I'll start with after compressor, there is an oil separator. And after oil separator, there is condenser. After condenser, there is a receiver. After receiver, there is one dryer. And then after dryer, there is a moisture indicator. After moisture indicator, there is king solenoid valve. After king solenoid valve, there is a thermostatic expansion valve, and after thermostatic expansion valve, evaporator is there. In evaporator, two mountings are there, two solenoid valves are there. One is present in center of the evaporator, and another one is present at the outside of at the outlet of the evaporator. So the center one is mechanically connected with the thermostatic switch, and the thermostatic switch is electronically connected with the king solenoid valve. And the outer
Name
outlet,
that component.
what's that?
Name that component.
King solenoid valve.
King solenoid valve.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And thermostatic switch is the center, which is electronically connected with the king solenoid valve. And the thermostatic switch is mechanically connected with the sensing bulb. And the sensing bulb, the second sensing bulb is directly connected with the thermostatic expansion valve.
What is thermostatic expansion valve?
So thermostatic expansion valve basically works on the principle of isenthalpic process. It ensures that there is no phase change, and it decreases the pressure and temperature.
What is isenthalpic process?
Sir, in isenthalpic process, the total heat present inside the system remains constant.
So basically, what are the different functions of thermostatic expansion valve?
Yes,
What
sir.
you said is the how thermostatic means thermostatic expansion valve basically works on isenthalpic process. But my question is, tell me the functions of thermostatic expansion valve.
Yes, sir. So suppose in the inlet of thermostatic expansion valve, we have high temperature, high pressure, high pressure, high temperature liquid refrigerant is there. So it converts into low pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant. So it will decrease the pressure and temperature.
Any other? Any
So for
other
that,
function?
So
Okay.
it maintains the super degree. So that much I only for now.
What is the purpose of back pressure valve in refrigeration system?
Yes, sir. So, sir, back pressure valve is mounted in the wedge room evaporator to maintain the temperature of both wedge room and non-wedge room. Suppose if there is no back pressure valve, so less amount of refrigerant is flowing inside the wedge room, So if there is no back pressure valve, so both of the temperature will mixes, and there is a chance of not maintaining the temperature. So our like in veg room, if the temperature is not maintained, and in non-veg room, so the non meat and all will spoil.
What is Bernoulli's theorem and its application on ship?
Yes, sir. So Bernoulli's theorem states that when a non-viscous or incompressible liquid flows inside a pipe, so the total energy, that is pressure energy, kinetic energy, and potential energy, remains constant at every point of the pipe. So applications of Bernoulli's theorem are on ship are in freshwater generator, air brine reductor, which works on Venturi effect and which works on the principle of obviously Bernoulli's theorem and continuity equation. And in nozzle, in back pressure valve, the applications are there. Diffuser is also.
That's all.
Hey, Mishra ji, today you were looking like a Hollywood star. ठीक है. How do you ensure attention to detail in your work, particularly in tasks and given? So you gave a very good example of your Hyundai. It's called Hyundai, right? It's not Hyundai. It's Hyundai experience. So you said that there is a booklet has info how to deal with problems and all. I made ensure that answer was overall okay, है ना? लेकिन इसमें थोड़ा सा वो point it was still remains that attention of work for detail कैसे आपने अप्लाई किया. सो अगर बुकलेट था तो बुकलेट से सर हमने सारा कुछ प्रोसीजर फॉलो किया. वी फॉलो दोस प्रोसीजर. आई मेड श्योर एवरीथिंग इज डन ऑन टाइम एंड कस्टमर फीडबैक इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. सो कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन, ये सारी टर्मिनोलॉजी आप यूज कर सकते हैं, है ना? सो गोइंग फॉरवर्ड यू कैन ऐड दीज वर्ड्स लाइक कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन, कस्टमर फीडबैक, टाइम मैनेजमेंट. टाइम पे ख़त्म करा हमने उस चीज़ को. अटेंशन टू डिटेल, आई मेड श्योर कि छोटी छोटी डिटेल्स पूरी हो गई, मेरे द्वारा जो है अनचेक नहीं गई या मैंने चेक करी. तो वो थोड़ा सा और बेटर. अदरवाइज इट वाज गुड इनफ. हाउ डू यू अप्रोच डिसीजन मेकिंग इन योर वर्क? यू सेड अबाउट योर वर्क.
Yes, sir.
वही चीज़ आपने शायद रिपीट करी. क्या एक पॉइंट बोला था आपने इस पे?
In development, I mentioned about the efficient code writing.
हाँ.
And how to approach to writing, logical thinking of writing the code.
ठीक. डिसीजन मेकिंग अप्रोच. ठीक है. और ओके, एक वर्ड आता है एंश्योर. ठीक है. जब आपने 2-3 बार एंश्योर का यूज़ करा. I made ensure that if any work is done properly or not. ठीक है. तो आप या तो I ensure होगा या I made sure होगा. Made ensure नहीं होगा कि दोनों एक ही वर्ड है. ठीक है. I made sure that work is getting done in required time, और I ensured. ठीक है. इसका थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखेंगे. बहुत मेजर मिस्टेक्स नहीं है, छोटा सा है. Why Merchant Navy chosen 12 PCM and I was ensure, again I was ensure. I was sure और ensure में difference आप थोड़ा सा देखिएगा. I find my interest in engineering. ठीक है. Overall okay था. What makes you fit for this profession? Qualities like problem solving, team player, public speaking. Public speaking का आपने जो है college time पे example दिया. Today he answer. See, overall I'll say there are few couple of more answers that I was expecting, but at the same time it was good enough. So you were good enough today. Okay. So I like your body posture. सबसे अच्छी बात है fairly divided eye contact. So even when you are talking to me, you are looking at sir, hopefully, right? Because I didn't notice it. But when sir was asking question, you were giving equal amount of eye contact to me as well. ठीक है. Confident eye contact था. Body posture अच्छा था. You were smiling. You were giving answers. Technical का सर बताएंगे. मैं उसमें okay. Fair enough from my side.
तो मेक श्योर जब भी आप मैकेनिकल इंटर्नशिप, जो भी आपकी पास्ट इंटर्न रही है मैकेनिकल रिलेटेड, उसकी जब बात करो तो आपको थोड़ी बहुत अपनी वर्क पता होना चाहिए. जैसे आपने पूछा कि इंजन की साउंड वगैरह आप सुने थे, तो मैंने उससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन पूछा. नॉकिंग रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन मे भी मैं ये भी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन मेरा ये भी हो सकता था, हाउ नॉकिंग इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम डेटोनेशन. तो ये सब थिंग जो है आपको आपने काफ़ी अच्छे आंसर्स भी किए. और रेफ्रिजरेशन में मैंने आपको पूछा व्हाट इज थर्मोस्टैटिक एक्सपेंशन वाल्व, एंड आपने आंसर भी सही किया. दी थर्मोस्टैटिक एक्सपेंशन वाल्व्स कन्वर्ट हाई प्रेशर हाई टेम्परेचर लिक्विड रेफ्रिजरेंट इनटू लो प्रेशर लो टेम्परेचर लिक्विड रेफ्रिजरेंट. एंड उसके बाद मैंने पूछा कि व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट फंक्शंस ऑफ थर्मोस्टैटिक एक्सपेंशन वाल्व.
सर
यस बोलो.
इट मेंटेन्स द सुपर.
यस. तो वहाँ पर ना इंटरव्यूअर आपसे एक्सपेक्ट करता है, जो कि हम लोगों ने आपको क्लासरूम में भी मैंने पढ़ाया कि एक्चुअल फंक्शंस क्या है, इट मेंटेन्स द हाई प्रेशर एंड लो प्रेशर साइड ऑफ द रेफ्रिजरेशन सिस्टम, फर्स्ट फंक्शन. सेकंड फंक्शन, इट also regulates the metered quantity of refrigerant into the evaporator. Third point, it also controls the degree of seepage at the outlet of the evaporator. तो ये पॉइंट्स है, ये फंक्शंस है. व्हाट इज थर्मोस्टैटिक एक्सपेंशन वाल्व? इट कन्वर्ट्स, वो डेफिनेशन है, हाई प्रेशर टू लो प्रेशर और हाई टेम्परेचर टू लो टेम्परेचर. एंड आपने एडिशनल थिंग्स भी बताया, वो काफ़ी अच्छी थिंग्स है कि इट वर्क्स ऑन द प्रोसेस ऑफ आइसेंथाल्पिक प्रोसेस. एंड आपने आइसेंथाल्पिक प्रोसेस की डेफिनेशंस भी बता दी, कांस्टेंट एंथैल्पी और मींस होल एनर्जी रिमेंस कांस्टेंट. तो ठीक है, बट आपको मैं पूछा क्या कि फंक्शंस ऑफ थर्मोस्टैटिक एक्सपेंशन वाल्व, वहाँ आप पूरी कंप्लीटली आंसर जो है आपकी मिस थी, आंसर मिस्ड थे. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर आपको ऐड करना था ये 3 इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, जो कि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है. एंड रेस्ट टेक्निकल पार्ट आपने काफ़ी अच्छे आंसर्स किया. बर्नौलीज थ्योरम एंड इट्स एप्लीकेशंस, मैं आपसे एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था कि और भी ज़्यादा एप्लीकेशंस आप बता पाओ. और भी एप्लीकेशंस है लाइक पंप केसिंग,
डिफ्यूजर इन टर्बोचार्जर,
डिफ्यूजर इन टर्बोचार्जर. तो मैं थोड़ा एक्सपेक्टेशंस और कर रहा था कि आप बेटर तरीके से और आंसर करो, बट ठीक है, एक्सेप्टेबल है. ठीक है, इंटरव्यू में एक्सेप्टेबल आंसर्स आपने दिया. फायर को अच्छे तरीके से आप डिफाइन किए, क्योंकि जब आप नोकिंग में ये बोल रहे हो, एक्सप्लोजन बोल रहे हो, तो मे भी इंटरव्यूअर आपको पूछ सकता है कि डिफाइन एक्सप्लोजन और डिफाइन फायर, फायर कब होता है. चलो, ओवरऑल अच्छा. ठीक है,
थैंक यू.
थैंक यू.